This time and
What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the SMU Mustangs taking on a team looking for its first win, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Noles will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Fires left. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The throw. Complete to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. Breaks into the open on the left. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. And the Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's how to catch a big fella.
to take the check down. A strike downfield. Oh, he's got some space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Quickly complete. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, SMU!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw was really good.
It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Ball security is so important. Turnovers lose you games, and this guy has put his team in some tough spots. He fumbled last week. He's fumbled again today.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to Davis. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. He might want another play. Now the play fake. Fires one high and deep. He caught it. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. And just when they thought they had a chance to pull even, the flag wipes it out, and they'll have to go back to work. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. To the air. It's Dyer. Makes the grab. It's Davis. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. At the 45 on its way. He's running free down the middle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the running back. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Back to throw. It's Hawkins. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. Touchdown, SMU. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Akron is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia Tech. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State, offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
Throws to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, we know that when the quarterback's throwing out-breaking routes, timing has to be so critical and important. When the target turns around, the ball's got to be right there, and we just didn't see it on that play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And what a play call. You could feel maybe a little bit of aggressiveness, this defensive line flying upfield. What do? Throw a screen right behind it, get it to your running back, let him do the rest, chew up some yardage, and make the big play for the offense.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. It's Dyer. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. Got it behind the line. It's Tuggle. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. The Seminoles are in the hurry up. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. It's Dyer. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, no! Fitted in the window for the score.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Connor. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything they're playing.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Florida State. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air, it's Hawkins.
I knew where you was going.
And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense.
Turning it on. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Mustangs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Off the RPO, complete. They go up top to get it down.
Quick snapping like a motherfucker.
They try to pay off this drive.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute.
Wow!
Step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Instead of trying to tackle him, you trying to shuck off blocks. Like, come on, bro.
Took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's Dyer. Oh, he wants it all.
What?
That
Wow.
one falls incomplete.
Faster than I thought.
Play on that one.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls.
Faster than I thought.
In his speed. He's one
I
of the
didn't think he
fastest in
was
the
that
country.
fast.
They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Under heat, he gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the...
Come on, bro.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up
Then
and
of
down
course
the
I
field
can't
throughout
fucking
these last
see
two
the
drives
replay.
apiece, scoring points, but the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner goes down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Nice move. Creates some space. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Got it in the middle. It's Green. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the...
Max going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, SMU.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Going to take a shot at this DB.
This motherfucker getting
Oh, he's got some space.
every animation. Every animation.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field.
Every animation.
They score again here right before halftime. I don't know.
Nothing I can do, man.
Running clock in the second half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Burns. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeps it on the bootleg. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The short hands, it's Davis. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Sails one into the middle. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang. And
I have no hope with this fucking game right now.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
No fucking hope.
And the Mustangs will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this, because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete. Touchdown Seminoles. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Boston College is on top, but It's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 10 over Navy. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab on the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's caught downfield.
I knew where it was going. I just didn't know which route he was running.
Play to the 29.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. But this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking them.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw.
Pick.
He's got an open man. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
He wants to change this route. Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Just keep slinging it. Quick strike complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Grab near the sticks. It's Tuggle. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a 1st down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Touchdown, no! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it.
Breaks into the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, SMU.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass. It's Dyer. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. He's got it down the left. He's loose. Touchdown, Florida State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And the extra point was good. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Connor. And the returner will be knocked down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Going with the ground game left.
I have no help inside from my D tackles or anybody. Motherfucker make one cut and they off to the races, bro. I have no help in cheerleading.
When you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Mustangs can really attack on this second and short. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
They're testing the right side here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in.
Come on, bro.
Picks up the first down still.
I have no fucking run defense. No fucking run defense.
The defense was finally able to get him down. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback will keep it. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. To the air, it's Hawkins. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Mustangs will punt this one away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. A run for the quarterback. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll go to the ground. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. And the Noles want to move quickly.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. Oh, he's got some space. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Scanning the field, it's Dyer. Working that left side now. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown Seminoles! And the comeback is on.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Zings it complete to the right. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout.
What? What?
Going. And they finally get him to the ground.
Come the fuck on, bro.
This offense, defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down.
Just knock his ass out, bro.
And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Got the quick pass. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Mustangs have this offense rolling. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They think there's room to run to the right here. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You could see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Handoff to the lone back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Hawkins. Down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
4th down, gotta have it here. Throws to the wideout. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
And the offense goes for the knockout punch. They wanted to get the 1st down, run out this clock, take the dub. Now their defense is going to have to come out and step up big for them and make sure they don't give up any points.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Some early movement along.
Come on, man. What are we doing? Why we keep pausing it? Fucking stop pausing it. Every time I turn around, we pausing this bitch. Trying to throw my rhythm off. Stop fucking pausing it.
walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. They want to throw it. He wants a big play here late. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Now on second down after the incompletion. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Now adjusting. The throw. This time it's complete. Still on his feet. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you've got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. Free yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Davis. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Red pass is complete. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
And the Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Noles!
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
And that touchdown was huge, but you can't celebrate too long. To finish the deal, you got to have the two-point conversion to tie the game. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bird. He is in there, and he's got the 2, and we are all tied up here deep in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they've tied it up in the final minute with the touchdown and the two-point conversion. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called by the defense and 15 seconds to go in this one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Gets it past the marker. They get the timeout
Good play.
called. 11 seconds.
I didn't think he was going to actually run it.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
It didn't look to me, guys, like the QB and his target were on the same page on that outbreaking route. I'm not sure if they both thought it was man or zone or what was happening, but I think that helped lead to the incompletion.
Caught in the backfield. It's Green. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. So here comes our first play of overtime. Dropping back, it's Dyer. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll move the wide receiver. The play action fake. Catch in the middle, it's Tuggle. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
Now to keep this overtime drive going on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He breaks a tackle. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams to get some push.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
All right, now when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football, I showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I gotta take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Touchdown, Florida State. They take the lead here in overtime.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season. My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Firing to the end zone.
Wow! That was ball game.
And now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1.
That was ball game.
Are we going to go for it and try to end the game?
That was ball game.
This game in our offense's hands. What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second. Because
He picked that off. That's ball game.
I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Now first down here in the second overtime. On the ground, it's Green. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Reads it, fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. Firing to the right, complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up 1st and goal.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle.
Good job.
The end zone.
He found a hole.
Touchdown, SMU. Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run. They're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Skips away from pressure. Oh, and they pick it off. What a huge defensive play in overtime.
I just need a touchdown and an extra point.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll ride Davis here. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Seminoles are threatening in the red zone. They'll give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
He makes it grab.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Here in overtime.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
Offense will
I ain't saying what I'm looking for.
to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Have to go for 2, starting in double overtime, and this one would win the game. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Wow, they done took all my fucking plays. Where my plays at?
Have to go for 2 here in the second overtime, and this one would win the game. Looks as if
I have nothing from shotgun right now.
So the decision has been made, and the coach.
Wow. I have nothing from shotgun right now. How they take my whole fucking shotgun?
You have to go for 2, and this is for the win. Tight end now in motion. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat.
They took my whole fucking shotgun, bro. God damn it! NCAA? Where my fucking shotgun formation at? I have no shotgun right now. What the fuck is going on right now? Oh my god! I have no plays right now. What the fuck is this?
From here on out. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. Rushes on him.
Wow.
On the 2-point try, and we are still tied.
It won't let me call shotgun at all. Wow. It won't let me call shotgun at all.
After the stop, now a 2-point try to win the game. Wants to go up top. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. Past the 50. The 30. Past the 20.
And we got out of here with a motherfucking win. And we got out of this bitch with a win. That's ball game. There ain't no fucking overtime. That's ball game. We out this bitch.
They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their
We out this bitch.
on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
We out this bitch.
Common type of upset we see every
Bitch ass nigga.
Field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game. And I think it had a lot to come today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these